So welcome into the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. This week, unfortunately, as we prepare for the studio, as you can see, it's a little different than other times. We don't have video. We'll still have audio that you can listen to, and it's a fantastic week. This was a super fun week to record. But next week, starting next week, we'll have all three of us in the same room in studio. We will have studio lighting set up. We're going to have studio cameras set up. So we're excited about it. But anyway,
exciting.
It's super exciting.
Oh, exciting.
It's so exciting. I love saying exciting. Exciting is a fantastic word. So anyway, with that all being said, next week you can expect that. This week, please listen still to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. No video this week, but next week we're going to have all three of us in the same room. We're going to be expanding some things of the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Bro-delicious Fridays, Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Bro-delicious.
I like that.
You like that, huh? Bro-talog Fridays, and then the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 a.m. Pacific Time. Take a listen. Here is week 6, though.
Welcome to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. This is a podcast all about friendly fire and gibberish, where three brothers compete in a quest to be the supremeliest nonsenser. Here are your hosts, Kevin, Corey, and Casey Walker.
Welcome in to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. This is week 6. Week 6. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We're already at week 6 of the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown, and there are a few new things that we've experimented with. Obviously, we did video for the first time last week. This week, we are in a new studio.
Yes,
which is
indeed.
the old studio, except removed by about 10 feet.
Not really.
Soon, Casey will be in studio with us.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be a very exciting thing. So next week, we'll start all of us in studio, which is awesome. But for this week, it is me and Corey and Casey on Zoom. But we are excited because there are exciting things happening. And excitable things.
Excitable.
Say exciting one more time, Kevin.
It is
just for me.
So exciting, Casey. I can't tell you how excited I am to be doing this.
Well, I'm excited too.
Awesome. Well, today I'm excited because we get to start off with my favorite Mayhem matchup.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. Round of applause for me.
Now, you say
Tomatoes, lettuce,
Reigning
bacon,
champion.
avocado. Making you a BLT.
See, Kevin, you say it's your favorite segment. I beg to differ.
'Cause
I still am winless on this segment.
no, it's like golf, dude. Remember?
You're a loser.
Oh, man. That just makes it worse.
You will be the one that everybody roots for, though, dude. You'll be
See?
the one that everybody cheers for because you're always the grand loser. Everybody wants you to win one. People feel sorry for you. Doesn't that make you feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the lovable
Loser.
guy. I'm not a loser. I'm just lovable. That's what it is.
You'll just be the double L. The lovable loser.
Double L. All right, here we go. Moving into Mayhem matchups. So, I loved Casey's idea last week. If you haven't seen last week, go back and watch it. That was one of my favorite segments we've
That was
done
pretty
in
good.
a long time. That was pretty funny. So, just as a reminder to everybody who didn't see last week, the way that this is going to work is that I'm going to say something, and then you and Casey have to say the first word that pops into your brain or the first sentence or first thing about that. So let's say I say types of bicycles. You say...
Cannondale.
And then it takes
Track.
a turn with Casey. There you go. And then you lose, Corey.
Garmin.
That's a sponsor of the Tour de France.
Mongoose. Mongoose.
Well done. And then Casey loses. Alright, so
I would lose.
you get about 3 or 4 seconds per thing. You have to go back and forth, and it's a matter of bragging rights, which we always shoot for. Pretty
yeah.
soon, next week, we are going to have pool noodles in here, and the loser gets to get smacked.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to smacking whoever loses to me next time.
It's going to be a glorious thing. Amy's bringing in our favorite candies, so Corey's going to have a jar of chalk. right in front of him.
Excuse
I'm gonna have
me?
my Butterfinger BBs.
Best candy ever, sweet tarts.
And Casey, well, I don't even remember what Casey's is.
Yeah,
Kit Kats.
I had Twix.
Casey loved Kit Kats.
Oh, come on. Hey.
The Twix, the never heard of candy. Yes, that's right. All right, so here we go. Mayhem matchup. Starting off, we're going to go with Corey because I can see him in person right now, Case, and then you'll go. So, Mayhem matchup. I'll give you both 10 seconds before we go here. I'll make it 5 seconds.
All right.
Things to do while you're running. 2, 1, go.
Listen to music.
Spin in circles while you run.
Sing.
Dance.
Pant.
Hit trees as you go by.
Okay, time out. Casey loses that one. Trees
hold
while
on.
you go by.
Casey's running in circuits, spinning in circles, hitting trees as he goes.
Corey's are realistic of what you will do with running. I let you slide with the spinning in circles, but when you said slap trees, that's when it ends.
Hey, hold on.
No slap.
You're telling me you've never hit the leaves on a tree as you pass by?
You didn't say leaves. You said smack the trees.
I said you hit a tree. Leaves are part of a tree, right?
I think of you like running over to trees and smacking them on the rear. Wah-bah! And running to the next tree.
See you
Wah-bah!
today, Mr. Oak. Boom.
Just pat on the back there.
There you go. Run off to the next tree. Hey, buddy. Oh, no, that's...
You've heard of tree huggers. You've never heard of a tree slapper before.
Not until today. This is a new one for me.
I am the founding member of the Tree Slappers Society.
Tree Slappers United.
It brings a whole
Yeah.
new meaning to slapstick.
Dad joke to the mat. All right, here we go.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that one.
Oh,
Corey.
thanks.
Casey.
Corey, you went higher on my brother rankings.
Oh, good.
You're only like 23 steps behind me now. You're getting closer.
23 spins.
And flaps. All right, Case. So you're up to bat here, dude. Casey at the bat.
Oh boy.
5 seconds. Animals that don't have any teeth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Frogs.
Lizards.
Do lizards not have teeth?
Yeah, a lot of lizards don't have teeth.
Okay, go, Casey.
Spiders.
What? Okay, they have fangs. Go.
Snakes.
Okay,
Those aren't teeth. Those aren't
go.
teeth.
Go, Casey.
I'm terrible at this.
Casey loses again. Casey can't think on his feet, apparently.
I can't think on my feet. This is the odds are stacked against me.
It's an immediate panic syndrome.
Oh, no.
You start breathing harder, your brain starts shutting off more, and then it's just a seizure.
Yeah, pretty much. I had a hard time coming. You gave me 5 seconds to think of it. I had a hard time coming up with frog.
I'm glad you did come up with frog. I'm like, I can't think of anything but lizard.
A slug?
What else does it have?
Well,
Okay,
there's
spiders
fish.
are.
Fish. There are quite a few
Okay.
things.
You can name
Yeah,
different
that's
types of fish.
The
you
long
go.
fish,
Goldfish.
the fish that you put in a bowl.
Swordfish?
Pufferfish.
Shark. I mean, not shark.
Yeah, sharks definitely don't have teeth. Good one. You know that great white that doesn't have
I think a
grab
lot of
great
fish.
white.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, our listeners are probably yelling at us right now, saying something like, "Fish have teeth." Are you? Where are you?
I
Your
know.
biology
Where-
class. Do
Snakes
fish have teeth though? That's my question.
We're gonna have to look that up afterwards. Somebody look
Yeah.
it up and email us and say if fish actually have teeth.
Or people can, listeners can tell us
Yes, that'd be
in the
great.
comments.
We don't just want opinions. We want primary sources here. Give
Yes.
us proof.
Yes.
Bring us a fish.
Take a picture.
Yeah, ship us a fish to Corey's address. Corey will take fish all day.
All right, so here we go. This is a little bit easier or harder depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
You're gonna have a really hard time with this one, Corey. It's gonna give you a chance to win, Case, on this
All
question.
right.
Movies that have a one-word title. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Inception.
Interstellar.
Onward.
Memento.
Up.
Casey, what has happened? You're falling apart. Corey is killing you again. We're gonna save like many slaps for you with the pool noodles for next week. When you get in here, like that'll be the first thing we do. Is you're gonna have to do the walk of shame into the studio, and we'll slap you silly. You haven't won a single one.
Oh, it's like the Marine Corps when you're going through and everyone just whacks you as you're running down the aisle.
Seriously, that's about where we're at here, Case.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how Corey can do so much better on this because we're both engineers. But my engineer brain likes to sit down and mull over what's going on and then give you a nice ordered list
But you know what's
of things.
Excel.
You know what's hilarious? As I
Excel,
thought
exactly.
Corey, the culture bubble boy, was not going to nail this at all, and he threw you in the dust, dude.
Well, the problem is I thought of Up like right after he said Onward.
And then you immediately...
And then he took it from me, and then I couldn't think of an alternative.
you lost your answer, and that was it.
All I had to do was stick with Pixar and go
That's
like
all I was
Cars
doing.
or Ratatouille, and
Cars.
I would have been fine.
There's so many one-word movies out there,
Frozen, Tangled, Moana.
and that's only
There's
Pixar.
so many. I just do Disney.
Oh boy, this is fantastic. Okay, all right, here we go. Maybe you can win this one, Case. You're starting. Okay, take a deep breath. Breathe. I want to hear breaths through the microphone here. Darth Vader breaths.
I am centered.
All right, you good to go? All right, here we go. 5 seconds on the clock. Names of characters.
Wait. Is it me first? I was focused on
He's
breathing.
panicking all over again. Oh, man.
Yes, it's you, Casey.
Oh, okay. I was gonna lose right off the bat.
You were. Okay, here we go. Starting again. Here we go. Are you ready? Center
Characters,
again.
okay.
Names of, no, not just characters, listen. Names of characters in The Lord of the Rings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Frodo,
Faramir.
Eomer,
Gollum.
Gimli,
Theoden.
Aragorn,
Legolas.
Boromir,
Glowin.
Thranduil,
Bilbo.
Galadriel,
Arwen.
Grima Wormtongue,
Saruman.
Sauron.
Oh, you pulled it off.
Elrond. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, finally, Casey, you killed Corey.
Something closer to my nerdy heart.
So what was that one that you said partway through after I said Glowin?
Thranduil, I think.
Grima Wormtongue?
No.
Grima
Who's Thranduil?
Thranduil's Legolas's dad.
Yes, you remember from we just watched the Hobbit series, and he's the very serious. Like,
He's in the Council of Elrond, I believe.
yes.
In Lord of the Rings?
Yep.
I'm going to have to fact check you on that one.
If Corey fact checks you and proves you wrong, Casey, he gets an extra slap with the pool noodle.
Alright.
Corey
I'm already gonna
can't
crush
take
it.
my one victory out of the 4 that we've done so far. Give me
Okay,
this small moment, Corey.
I will give you this moment to gloat.
So,
All right, thank you.
Corey,
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna. This is the last one. So you've already beat Casey, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity for something here. You can play double or nothing here, okay? And so if you win, not only do you get this victory over Casey, you get the grand victory over Casey, which is basically 2 victories in one. Or you give the Casey the opportunity to win here. So you can either take your victory and walk, or you can roll the dice and go for the grand victory and have a double victory over Casey.
I can either be undefeated
or potentially
or
like
mar my perfect record. But
absolutely, you're the pro of that.
This is friendly nonsense beatdown.
You have to push him into
Where's
the
your
ground.
fighting spirit, Corey? Come on.
All right, you got it.
Double or
Give me
nothing.
your best
Here we
shot.
go. Roll on the dice. Casey, you have a chance to win. Corey has a chance to absolutely put you in your place. If he wins this round, Corey is king. We're going to have to build him a crown. Actually, I'm not going to. You're going to have to, Casey, build him a crown.
You all know where this is headed.
All right, here we go. This is pretty even. Okay, I actually think, unfortunately, Casey, Corey might have a leg up on this one.
That's why I told our listeners that they know where this is going.
All right, here we go. Types of weapons. 5,
Oh,
4,
boy.
3, 2, 1. Go, Case.
Sword,
Battle axe,
bow and arrow,
hammer,
gun,
catapult,
shotgun,
scorpion.
Time out.
Mortar.
Wait. You, Casey, you chose to go general with the gun, and then you chose secondarily to go specific with the shotgun. So you failed miserably.
I shot myself at the foot.
That was your shotgun. So Corey,
No excuse.
Corey is absolutely grand champion of the Mayhem matchup. He's proven his worth time and time again. Double
Thank you.
king champion. Casey, you're going to have to bring in a crown for him next week and crown him along with getting slapped at the pool noodles.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Casey. You're
Okay,
going
I'll
to
give him a crown of the leaves after I slap the trees, the ones that fall off.
or the one from your giant leaf pile from last week that you've burst into flames in.
Composted.
All right, so that is Mayhem matchup. Moving on to Serendipity, your random questions that need a happy ending. So, Corey, King Double champion of
Thank
Mayhem
you.
matchup, you've been offered a wonderful opportunity by a little leprechaun that you've just found when you followed the rainbow. And you found the end of the rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
There's a large pot of gold worth $10 million, and he's got an offer for you, okay? You can have that entire pot of gold, but you have to spend an entire year as a little tiny leprechaun guarding it. What you gonna do?
Well, on this one, I'd probably go with the more serious approach and not take the $10 million.
$10 million?
$10 million is a lot, but gotta be with family. A whole year being a little tiny leprechaun stuck in that area, that would be pretty rough.
All right, so let's change it up a little bit, because I thought there was a family aspect to it. Let's say your family can be little leprechauns with you.
Oh, we can all be the
You can be all leprechauns guarding the pot of gold. The $10 million pot of gold. All of you are leprechauns.
Okay, well then, sure, why not?
So you and your family are going to be tiny leprechauns for a year guarding the $10 million pot of gold. Oh boy, oh that's fantastic. So I absolutely, like, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, obviously family makes it difficult, but if family was there, we're building the little tiny thatch hut. I'm sticking that pot of gold in my little thatch hut, and we are making it work for the year. $10 million for this pot of gold is totally worth it. What about you, Case?
Don't trust the leprechaun. That's all I have to say. Okay. That's not all I have to say. I'm gonna explain. Backtrack. Wind that back. All right. So the leprechaun's guarding this pot of gold, right?
Yes.
Why is that leprechaun guarding the pot of gold? Clearly because somebody else duped him into thinking that he'd get $10 million for guarding the pot of gold.
You were thinking ahead here, dude.
So I'm not going to be stuck guarding that pot of gold just to hand it off to some other dude a year from now. I am staying out of it.
Wow. Okay. So that's not too bad of an idea.
Clever reasoning.
Clever.
But what Kevin didn't tell you is this is a completely truthful leprechaun.
Yes, he's a good leprechaun.
Oh, man.
And you've just wasted $10 million of gold. Can't believe it, Case.
Well, then I'll come and take pictures of you guys.
If you can see
I'll post
us.
on Instagram. Here I am with my tiny leprechaun brothers. Look.
That would be miserable, though. If you were a tiny leprechaun and it rained, can you imagine?
Oh, man. What,
It's like
Fern,
boulders
was it Fern
falling
Gully
down.
as a kid? Do you remember Fern Gully? I think that was like a 90s movie where they were like
how big are
fairies.
leprechauns? Are we talking like thimble-sized leprechauns or?
No, leprechauns are like 2 inches, 3 inches tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thimble-sized leprechauns, you'd be drowning in raindrops. All right, so here we go. Speaking of raindrops, in the middle of a freak thunderstorm, you get struck by lightning, Casey, and have to go to the hospital. The doctors say that they've detected a strange essence emanating from you that they believe will give you the ability to fly, but your legs are holding you back, and you'll have to get them amputated. Are you willing to give up your legs for the ability to fly?
Absolutely. No hesitation on that one. I mean, if you can fly, you can float around like you're levitating off the ground.
You could basically be Gandhi. So you could basically have like a kilt and look like you're floating in the air. So how many legs?
There you go. Yes. And it's just flowing.
Yes,
you look
exactly.
like this ghost.
Then he goes sideways.
2 tricks at once. I don't have legs and I float.
Did you say I'd look like Gandhi?
Yes, I did.
Have to shave your head.
What if you had to shave your hair and chop your legs off to fly? I don't know if I could do it at that point. All right, how about? Well, I'll answer for, and then you can.
See, if you shave your hair, it's less wind resistant, so you can go faster.
It's like swimmers who shave their legs. Gotta shave your head to fly properly. Or you just take a bunch of gel and you make a little afro and point in the back.
There you go, aerodynamic.
You go.
On this one, I think I would opt for keeping my legs because the doctors just assume that it's going to give you the ability to fly. So the question doesn't say it's for sure. It's just
That's a great
that
point.
your legs, they think are the only thing holding you back.
So let's take Corey's point, Casey, and let's roll with it. So, Case, if you had a 99% chance of it flying, would you chop off your legs?
I like my legs.
90. Okay, so what's the limit?
But I'm chopping them off for the chance to fly.
99% doesn't for
You're gonna love the category I chose for lions, tigers, and snares when we get to case.
Oh boy, planes?
No, surgery.
He's going to be talking about your surgery in particular, Case. Is this the truth? Did Casey have his legs chopped off in 2010?
And is he now floating around somewhere?
This is only the spirit of Casey that we see now. Anyway,
That essence.
yes, the essence was removed. All right, moving on. Here, I'll just give my answer real quick. So, definitely would choose to fly. So I was talking to Amy about this. So Amy's like, "What? You're gonna lose your legs? You can't walk around anywhere." I was like, "Can you imagine basketball with being able to fly? I don't care about my legs. I will dunk every time. I'll join the NBA as the only flying basketball player." I wonder what the rules would be made about that. No flying in basketball.
Yeah.
You'd have to wear very long basketball shorts to mask the fact that you didn't have legs.
That is very, very true, unfortunately.
Spectators, why is he just dragging his legs around?
I'd be wearing sweats on the basketball court. Oh boy. All right, here we go. After an experiment goes wrong, Casey got his legs chopped off and it didn't work.
Oh Oh boy.
Now, after an experiment goes wrong, Benny the goldfish is now a giant and hunting you down. This makes your cat Whiskers very angry as well, and both begin chasing you. You have set a trap to keep one at bay, but one will still hunt you down. So, would you rather trap the cat that's chasing you down, or the giant goldfish? And which would you rather have chasing you?
So just to clarify on this, are we assuming Benny the goldfish can chase you when you're on land?
Benny the goldfish can do whatever Benny the goldfish in your version of the story wants to do.
Okay.
Benny the goldfish got struck by lightning and is now a flying goldfish.
He's got airplane flippers.
And he didn't even have legs to start with, so there was nothing holding him back. On this one, I think I would have to go with Benny chasing me. I mean, that would be really
Then a
creepy
cat?
having a flying goldfish. But have you ever been chased by an enraged cat? That is freaky.
He will hunt you down and stalk you in the shadows, looking for Corey. Well,
I have had cats hiss at me. I have had cats growl at me. I have had cats scratch me. And I have a cat. So, I'm just going to say, not all cats are bad. I love my cat. But there are some really, really, really mean cats out there. So when an enraged kitty chasing you is not pleasant.
I cannot imagine a giant fish, though.
A giant flying fish, don't forget.
Yes. Alright, go, Casey.
Yeah, well, obviously, enraged cats are worse than flying giant goldfish. I'm close to saying giant goldfish are better than cats in general, but I won't go there. I won't go that far. Because I am very much in the dog camp of the dog versus cat debate.
Yeah, your dog could eat the cat before the cat
is,
got you.
that is true. It would be easier to take out the cat after you set the trap for Benny.
Yes, so the dog can come. You've set the trap for Benny. See, the problem with Benny is if Benny can fly, and Benny's a giant goldfish, one gulp and you're gone.
It's true.
The cat I can wrangle with. Cat can scratch. Cat can claw.
You can
And
still
you have
kill
a
the
good
cat.
point.
Yeah, so you can
You
get
know,
the cat. You can't get the goldfish. Goldfish, you try to strangle the goldfish, and then your hands slip right off. Goldfish is like, oh, in you go.
If you catch the goldfish, it might actually appease the angry cat.
There you go. That's a great one.
It's a peace offering
The
to the
giant
cat.
goldfish. Casey, you're a
Food
genius.
for millennia.
You're removing your well, I don't know what I was saying.
I'm removing my leg.
Your leg's gone. All right, here we go. Moving on to lions, tigers, and snares. Oh my, Corey,
Okay.
give us your lion sound real quick
You
before you move
guys
on,
are
Yep.
going to love this.
or not. That's fine.
Oh, lion sound? Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I thought you said my
Yeah, give us your lion sound. I said.
my lion sound. All right.
All right, where's your tiger case? Yeah. That's your favorite cat. All right, go for your lying sound now, Corey.
My lying sound.
Your lying sound, yes. Oh, and just to reiterate again, and this will probably be the last time I explain lions, tigers, and snares. Oh my, is each of us comes up with one truth that is so outlandish that nobody would believe it, and then you got to create two lies that are equally outlandish to mix in with the truth, and each of the brothers has to find the truth. So, Corey, tell us your lies and your truth.
The problem is my lying sound sounds exactly like my truth-telling sound, so you're never going to figure this one out.
No reading your lips.
Sure, I can hear the quaver in your voice.
All right, so these are all surgery-related. Keratoprosthesis is a procedure in which hair follicles from a horse are surgically removed and implanted into a human's head. The procedure originated to try to reverse the effects of baldness. but was banned in 1972 when 2 patients suffered severe blood loss, which later resulted in permanent brain damage.
Ouch.
All right. I'll try and say this one.
Oh.
Osteodontokeratoprosthesis is a procedure in which a patient's canine tooth is removed, a hole is drilled, and a plastic lens inserted into the hole. The tooth lens is then implanted into the cheek to grow new blood vessels before being transferred to the eye.
Okay.
Promphalicia is a rare disorder in which individuals are unable to grow fingernails. Osteodontoprosthesis is a procedure in which bone cells from the femur are removed and used to regrow the fingernails. The bone cells later regrow to form a hard, bony layer. Alrighty. So which one?
Oh my
Horsehair,
goodness.
tooth lens, or femur fingernails?
I have no clue whatsoever. Like, those are genius. Casey, let's give Corey a round of applause again. He's just cementing. He's cementing his superiority in the thinking realm.
I like this episode.
Man,
you were
crazy.
definitely
going way down on my level, Kevin.
I don't even have to.
You're
be
going
down,
way
you guys.
down. Corey,
I speak truth when I see truth, and I'm impressed with Corey this week. I'll speak truth next week and say how dumb he is, but this week I'll
thanks.
praise him for his smartness. I speak it as I see it. So I don't know why the second one struck me as so outlandish. You have to stick it in your cheek and then it goes in your eye. It's too outlandish. I think that's the truth.
Exactly, that's my thought too. It's so out there that it has to be the truth.
Yes. Say we're right.
You guys are correct.
All right.
Wow.
Now I
It's a
feel bad.
procedure in which people with permanent eye damage, it's this really odd procedure that was invented by a doctor. But canine tooth is removed, a hole is drilled, and a plastic lens is there. And then later on, after it regrows blood vessels, patients can see out of it. It's really odd.
That
they
is
just implant it
so
into the eye.
weird and bizarre. But that's what Lions, Tigers, and
That's
Snares
so
on Maya is all about.
weird.
All right,
Man, I'm amazed, honestly. That's incredible.
It's like, who came up with that?
yeah, who's gonna grow their canine tooth into your eyeball?
It's like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Before I stick this in someone's eye, I really need to put it in their cheek for a while.
So weird. Oh man, kind of gross.
Crazy.
All right, here we go. So, Corey and Casey, my 3 truths. You are about 1 centimeter taller in the morning when you first get up than when you go to bed. This is because during the day the soft cartilage between your bones gets squashed and compressed. Okay? Humans, of course, have chins, but the only other animal that has a chin is the orange African monkey, a rare breed that also contains a chin. Okay? And if you're right-handed, you're actually 30% more likely to have a longer right femur than left. Typically, this is because right-handed people favor their left leg when walking and thereby compact the bone over time.
What was the... Repeat the first one for me.
You are about 1 centimeter taller in the morning when you first get up than when you go to bed. And this is because during the day, the soft cartilage between your bones gets squashed and compressed.
This is a weird one. Okay, I'm going to go
Yeah.
with the last one. The last one seems like it would make the most sense. It's still really weird, but I'm going to say the last one.
Okay.
Your right femur's longer.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the first one.
Casey, you have just transported yourself above Corey. Corey is now dumb.
Yes!
You are now smart. Casey, you have been promoted again. You've gone up a step. Well done, sir.
Does this make up for my loss in May
No, not yet. Not yet. You got a long way to go. You're only
Oh,
22
man.
steps behind now.
22 spins.
Yeah, 22 spins. So here's how it goes. So when you fall asleep, you stretch out over the time period that you're asleep. Your body relaxes and your soft cartilage begins to expand again. And so when you wake up, you're taller than when you go to sleep because
That's just-
your gravity pulls you back down again and compresses your soft cartilage.
So weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. So if anyone
That
is
is
trying to
crazy.
measure their height, do it right after you get up in the morning.
Exactly.
There
You will be
go.
taller.
Yeah.
I will be 6'1".
Unless, of course, you want to be shorter, in which case, measure in the evening.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Case, what about yours, dude?
All right, here we go. These are all loosely related to electronics. All right?
Coordinated effort.
So
What on earth is that?
Corey and I looked at each other. We were going to repeat what we did before. And then we gave each other the look like, okay, we're good. So, just so people know, we had video recording before this part right here. And unfortunately, technical difficulties caused us to lose that. But we recorded this part right here. And so we tried to repeat it, and obviously we failed. So go, Casey. Go for it, dude.
All right, here we go. During the Cold War, to minimize any delay in launching nuclear missiles in response to an attack on American soil, the launch code for every missile silo in the U.S. was 00000000. Next. Computer mice are named mice because early prototypes used a metal trackball rolling on 2 rubber-coated wheels, which emitted a high-pitched sound that when used resembled a mouse squeaking.
Interesting.
And third, Steve Jobs, former CEO of Apple, was well known for his hard-nosed management style and once made the headlines for firing a lead engineer on the same day that he had been promoted. The engineer had been working on the development of the first iPod.
Okay. So here's my thought process. Knowing you, I think you would know that I would know about Steve Jobs. And I think that's a red herring in there to throw us off. Okay? So I think that's a lie. I think that the nuclear codes has to be the truth because I don't think that it is. I don't think you would think of putting it as 0000. I think you'd say something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something like that. I don't think you would put 0000. That's my thought process. What about you, Corey?
I'm gonna have to go with the mouse one on this one. I think the other ones, the launch codes. I don't think people would store that vital of information just with 000.
But think about it this way: you still need the football, and you still need the key to get it done. So okay, go. Let's see who's right, Case. Go.
Kevin is correct. The launch codes were indeed 00000000
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Weird.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but you need the football, which is the black box, but you still need the key, and you still need like multiple people to be pressing the buttons. Your code essentially is just it's not intended to be a hindrance. It's just intended to be another part of the process.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it was actually in their manual. They had it written down, the code, and they told people who were inputting the code or were in charge of inputting the code to make sure that when they were pressing the numbers, that they didn't press anything other than 0 while they were inputting the code.
Oh, George, what if I pressed 1? Wouldn't that be funny? 1. No, it's launching a crannibal!
I don't think that's how nuclear missiles work. If the code is inputted incorrectly, send it directly to Grandma.
Oh, man. Poor Grandma. What'd she ever do? Memes is going to listen to this one and think we're talking about her. Sayu means
We're
it's
gonna
a
hear
generic
about
grandma. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Corey's broken.
So, moving on to the friendly nonsense beatdown.
Friendly nonsense.
You hear the trumpet sound. I'm the announcer. It's like an echo. I'm singing the canyon.
If you were here, we would slap you.
But I'm not, so you can't.
Oh boy, so here we go. So the friendly nonsense beatdown is we're all given a topic and we have to come up with the best or worst of something and then argue for it. So there's an opening argument or rebuttal against the brothers and then a closing statement. So this week is our first worst of something. And this is a great worst of. I'm going to kick it off this week. Topic to determine the worst way to lose your keys. Okay? So, the worst way to lose your keys. You're on a walk in New York, taking in the sights, and you decide to go to Niagara Falls. While there, you put your phone, you pull out your phone, to get a great picture, and your keys start to come out with it. In an effort to save your keys, you let go of your phone, which takes a pitch into the great depths. You begin juggling your keys over Niagara Falls while you try to catch them. You make a final effort to finally stop them, and you catch them in your hand. But as you strike your fist into the air with victory, there pop your keys, and they go over the falls. Never to be seen again. So, the way that this is the worst is obvious. Many obvious parts of this. First, you've lost your phone on top of your keys. That's minor.
That's minor.
You feel so victorious after this almost catastrophic event has happened. You're not escaping Niagara Falls without the help of AAA at this point. You've determined that you're going to catch these things if it means you falling over the falls, and you do catch them, and you pump your fist into the air in victory, and then it's the worst feeling ever as they pop out of your hands and go over the falls. So it sets you up to ultimately knock you down with the bowling ball. That's it.
The bowling ball.
Set your pin up, knock you over.
Set you up to knock you down with the bowling ball.
Yup. Alright, Corby, go age order.
Alrighty. Well, I had considered like something related to water too, with going into the ocean or getting eaten by a shark. But I thought of an even worse way to lose your keys. So, say that you have a job like I used to have of going out and taking measurements at manholes. You go out, you pop the lid off a manhole, you've set up all your cones all around, and you're looking down in, you're measuring this manhole, and it's pretty deep, it's pretty far down there. And you pull out your keys because you've got a little key light on it, and you shine it in, and you drop it. But, sort of like yours, you reach down to try and grab them, and as they're falling, you fall in too. Your keys fall plunk into the bottom and get whisked away. You never see them again, but now you're stuck in the bottom of a manhole.
In a sewer. Oh, man.
I'm assuming there's a sewer manhole, right, Corey?
Of course. It's the worst
yeah.
way to lose your keys.
Okay.
Alright, that's pretty bad.
Those are child's play, both of those. Alright, here we go. Here's the real worst way to lose your keys. Alright, I'm going to paint a picture for you.
I can't see you, though.
At a parking garage. I'm painting a picture with words.
Oh, you didn't tell that.
Sorry, I didn't specify. I'm painting a picture with words.
Alright, Bob Ross,
All
go
right,
for it.
You're in with happy little trees that you're gonna slap these happy little trees, and then I'm derailing. Okay, so you're in a parking garage. You've parked your car at the top of this parking garage, and here comes this dude in a mask with a baseball bat, and he starts to chase you up the parking garage. And you're running away from this dude as fast as you can because he's going to steal all your money and all your belongings, or worse. And you're running at the edge of the parking garage, and you're grabbing your keys out of your pocket to unlock your car. And as you do, you lose control and fling the keys off the edge of the parking garage all the way down to the street below.
And then the guy beats you up. The end.
And,
The rest
Yeah.
of the story isn't thought out yet. Picture ends there.
well, that's all the picture I need to draw. You can draw the rest in your mind.
But I'm not a painter like you are.
This is a stop-action painting.
The best paintings leave part of the interpretation to the
Can
viewer.
you imagine if Mona Lisa didn't have her head? The best part of Mona Lisa is when you get to paint her head.
You get to interpret the smile. We're going to draw Mona
all right.
Lisa without a mouth.
All right, I need to do my rebuttals now.
All right,
okay?
rebut.
All right. So Kevin, you've lost your keys to Niagara Falls,
Yes.
but that's all that happened. You really didn't get hurt. You're fine. You're going to be okay. You can make new keys, and you can open that car door in your house up. No problem. So it may be a bummer to lose your keys. It's a bummer to lose your keys no matter when, but I don't think the consequences are that big if you mess up.
I forgot to reiterate, it's nighttime at Niagara Falls, and I live in California.
Oh, so you're saying you're going to get frostbite and freeze to death?
You interpret it the way you want to, Bob Ross. You paint a picture in your head. All right.
That's the picture I painted in my head.
All right, you rebut against Corey.
All right, Corey. Yes, you've fallen into a manhole. Yes, it's dirty. You've lost your keys. But again, you're going to be fine. You can get out. You take a good, nice, warm shower. It's actually an excuse for you to clean off. And
So not only are you rebutting the fact that Corey's lost his keys in a potentially poopy area, but you're trashing the fact that he doesn't clean himself on a regular basis too.
you can take it how you will.
You just have to jump in a manhole for a good excuse to clean off.
I need a great excuse to take a shower. Oh, look, an open manhole. Geronimo!
Well, Corey and I work together in the same office. His desk is next to mine,
This is Casey's helpful hint. This is helpful hints for you. You can only say it in the
I'm just throwing it
podcast.
out there. What was that?
You can only say these things in the podcast and not feel awkward. Corey, you really need to change your deodorant. All right, go for it, Corey.
Okay. So, Kev, I agree with Casey. Yours is sorrowful situation. You've lost your keys. You've lost your phone on top of that.
In the middle of the night.
It's in the middle of the night. You live in California. But those are replaceable things. There aren't any life-threatening consequences. Casey, yours is pretty good. At least I thought it was going to start out pretty good. But then you just fling your keys onto the street. So those are obviously recoverable. And since you left the picture to be interpreted, I'm going to interpret it as the guy was coming because he had just left from a softball game and was trying to track you down to let you know that your collar was up, and that he ends up helping you find your keys afterwards, and then you just drive home.
Hey! Your collar's up!
You exchange contact details,
Yep,
and then you become best of friends, best buddies. He becomes your best man at your wedding.
And he was wearing a mask because he was the ump. Or the catcher.
or both.
There you go.
All right, here we go. I'm going to rebut against both of you. Corey, losing your keys in the midst of a sewer, while nasty, they're not going anywhere. The sewer is shallow. You've obviously fallen in, and so you're not drowning in the sewer. You can go pick them up. Your keys are metal, they're gonna sink. You go dig around for 5 seconds, you're gonna get your keys and you're gonna hop on out of there. Casey, dude, I have never heard of a mugger coming up behind me and then my keys being lost, because you wanna know why? He feels sorry for you when he's gonna mug you. He realizes that he can't steal anything. He's gonna be the one helping you look for your keys. He's just gonna feel bad for you and you're losing ways. He's gonna be like, man, you've lost too many things, including this podcast this week. And he's gonna go help find your keys.
He's like, I'm your biggest fan. I'm going to help you, you loser.
He was gonna beat you up at first, but not anymore.
Oh.
He's like, I was on the lowest rung of the totem pole, but I can see that you're even lower than I am.
Oh, man. Like, pick on Casey time.
It's a true beat down this week. My goodness.
And that's the beauty of us being brothers, is that we can beat up on each other and it means absolutely nothing. So you know I'm joking.
I can handle it.
Good. All right, so closing statement. Where was I going? I don't even remember what I said was mine.
And that's Kevin's closing statement.
Oh yes, Niagara Falls. So, let me remind you, this is nighttime in not New York City, but in New York, and you've lost your keys. AAA is done for the day. You're in Niagara Falls. Even if they're not, let's say it takes them another 4 or 5 hours before they can get out there. It's freezing cold at Niagara Falls. You have no keys, nobody is around, and you guys keep on missing the point of this whole story, is the victory and then defeat. You guys have instant defeat. This is complete adulation. You've just won your keys back from imminent death, and then they die anyway. That is snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory to the utmost, and that is absolutely why that is the worst way to go.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree in my closing argument here. Obviously, the worst way to lose your keys is not only dropping them in a sewer where you won't find them. I've looked in plenty of sewer manholes taking measurements, and I can assure you, you will not find those things if they fall in. Also, it's a life-threatening situation. People have died falling into manholes. So not only have you lost your keys, but you may lose your life. That is obviously the worst way to lose your keys.
All right, Case, go for it.
All right. Now, Corey started to paint a more detailed picture, so I'm going to continue that picture. So you become best buddies with this guy, right? This softball catcher that helped you find your keys. He's the best man in your wedding. You both share wonderful memories together. You both get Alaskan Malamutes, which you named Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Alaskan Malamutes. Okay.
Alaskan
Just
Malamutes.
for that usage of the word, you have absolutely jumped or spun like 12 steps on that one.
right.
Alaskan
All right,
Malamutes.
hold on, okay? Hold on. These dogs even eat out of the same bowl. That's how close they are. And your buddy and you go out,
Malamutes.
you play paintball together. One time you got lost in an escape room for 2 hours before the guys remembered that you were still in there. And you were able to solve almost all the puzzles, but you didn't quite get out. All this life, you're both old men, and he's at his deathbed, and you're watching this old friend, and he's telling you his last words, and the last words out of his mouth were, "I wish I never helped you. I wish I never got those keys for you. I've been faking our friendship all these years."
That is the best comeback. Yes, it was. Casey, you have officially won the beatdown for this week. I think
I'm not giving you
No.
my prize of the beatdown, but I will give you a round of applause for that one.
I am giving you the beatdown this week, Casey. You officially won this week with that closing statement. That was well done, sir. Well done indeed. And that is the right way to finalize this this whole thing. So with that, Casey's Alaskan Malamutes, we are off of week 6 here. So hopefully you enjoyed it. That is the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Corey, what are you going to learn tomorrow?
I am going to learn what a Malamute looks like. I'm so curious now.
When you said Malamute, I thought camel immediately.
Yeah, I thought moose.
An Alaskan Malamoose. Okay, Case, what are you going to learn tomorrow?
I'm going to learn how to cut grass with scissors.
Oh, this is
Okay. All right, Bob Ross, paint a picture with the grass you cut. All right, and then...
Well, and I also am going to start my merchandise line of the Tree Slapper Society.
the tree slapping
It'll be a
society.
picture. It'll be a picture of Bob Ross slapping a little tree.
Don't hug him, slap him.
All right, and then I'm in realistic and real terms. I'm going to learn if the MLB is actually coming back after this this player holdout. So there we go. So that's the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We will see you next week. Talk to you then.